You know, I don't think I've ever seen a sister channel go through more dramatic changes than Nicktoons. And I'm not talking about a change in their logo, a change in their bumpers, but its whole change in its venue. We all remember how I said that Nicktoons was like Disney XD. Well, I wasn't saying that to be cool. Nicktoons, it seems, during the daytime shows a lot of comedy cartoons, and after about 8 o'clock it shows action cartoons. Now maybe Disney XD isn't set the same way, but the point I'm trying to make is that Nicktoons and Disney XD have some form of balance of both action, well, mainly action and comedy shows. And once again, this is another factor in which Nickelodeon studios are sadly lacking in the originality department. Now talking about their TV shows, the first one I'd like to talk about is Planet Sheen. I don't feel like there are enough rants on this show, and if there are, well, I'm going to rant on this show successfully. First, I'm surprised Kung Fu Panda didn't get the boot to Nicktoons as fast as Planet Sheen did, because both these shows are equally horrible. In majority of its episodes it just tries so hard to be funny that it isn't. The problem with most Nicktoons today is that it tries so hard to get a cheap laugh. I understand that it's a comedy, but come on, it's a cartoon, not a sitcom. I just fail to understand why the show can't have the same flow Jimmy Neutron did. Plus, if the creators wanted to make a spin-off for a dumb character, no offense, Sheen was awesome in Jimmy Neutron, they could have at least came up with a few original character designs. There's a green gooey snail-looking creature named Doppy, and it just so happens he looks exactly like Carl from Jimmy Neutron. Again, will it kill anyone to be original here? The only thing that is original is the whole plot of the show, but that's just about it. I just won't ever understand why anyone can't make a spin-off about a dumb character and just be successful at it. It isn't really that hard. Okay, so now we go off to Nicktoons' most over-promoted show, Wild Grinders. Now the show is actually pretty cool. I would say that the animation in the show needs some work. The plot may not be too original, but the characters are cool, looks-wise and personality-wise, you know. Every character has their own personality and has their own talent too. It's just too bad Planet Sheen couldn't be this way. Maybe the creators of that show should take a few pointers. So yeah, Wild Grinders is cool with me. I like the show. I like the storylines, and I like the characters too. Tough Puppy. A lot of people have mixed feelings for the show. Not me. As it's already known, Tough Puppy was created by Butch Hartman, the same creator of Danny Phantom and the Fairly Odd Parents. Well, we have another unoriginal plot here. A dog as a secret agent looking to take down villains and whatnot. Like we haven't seen a million secret agents already. Plus, correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't there been some sketches with Timmy Turner as a secret agent before in the Fairly Odd Parents? Oh well, must be my imagination or something. With that being said, the show looks so much like the Fairly Odd Parents, and I know Danny Phantom did too, but not the way Tough Puppy does. I mean, why does everything need a thick dark line to it? Unlike the majority of Nicktoons, it tries too hard to be funny. Now the humor isn't predictable. Well, at least not Cosmo predictable, but it is tried out. Some things I will admit are funny in this show, and the villains are pretty cool too. So Tough Puppy is an average cartoon that outweighs the good in this show. Also, Jerry Trainer is an awesome voice actor. I know that a lot of kids out there are going to hate me for this. But I am so sick and tired of this Power Rangers power play. It's 2012 and Nicktoons just feels the need to air Power Rangers. Power Rangers aren't cool anymore to me. It's just so lame now. The lines, the humor, the action scenes, everything. I can't sit through a whole episode of any Power Rangers series without feeling so lame, because I'm watching the episode. Plus, I have a complaint with the action scenes. I know that it's live action, but can't these guys at least try to make the fights look more realistic? I mean, this series is rated TVY7FV. There is nothing holding them back. Another complaint I have with the action scenes is the whole screen effect. Like whenever someone jumps in the air or makes an attack, there's always this little zoom pause effect, or I guess you could call a close-up, to make the fights drag out or seem more dramatic and serious than what it is. To me, this makes the fight even more unrealistic. Plus, you don't need this effect in every attack someone does. It's just not needed. Over and all, I'm sick of Power Rangers. It's completely lame. Kids, I'm sorry, okay, but Power Rangers just doesn't cut it for me anymore. Okay, so next we have Iron Man Armored Adventures. I'm not going to talk about the show, because I haven't seen a single episode of it, not one. I will say this, the art style and animation bears a lot of resemblance to Tron Legacy on Disney XD, but I doubt if that matters though. Alright, now I can talk about the show, Monsuno. This is another show on Nicktoons I like a whole lot. Although, I can't help but get the feeling that something is a bit off when I watch this cartoon. I'm not sure if it's the animation or whether it's the voice acting or whether they just move and talk so slow. Oh well. Also, the show seems like a mixture chaotic and Digimon. I love the plot behind the show. I really like how the Monsuno look too. And of course we have Dragon Ball GT. The biggest problem I have with GT is the fact that it has so many plot holes within the story. Some things just don't have the same concepts as Dragon Ball Z did, and the perfect example of this is the Super 17 saga. Watch that saga and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, I'm much surprised at how Uncut Nicktoons is keeping GT. They're not over-editing it like how they did with Dragon Ball Z Kai. I'm not going to lie to you, when Nicktoons announced they were going to air Dragon Ball GT, I honestly thought they were going to edit it to death, but they didn't bother to edit out the blood from Vegeta's wounds when Baby went inside him. So yeah, I have mixed feelings for GT. It's a trilogy in the Dragon Ball franchise, which is cool. But there are just some things that really bug me when it comes to watching the show. Okay, so I think I went over all the shows that have new episodes on Nicktoons, and the ones that frequently come on too. I really do like the direction Nicktoons is headed. They have awesome bumpers too. Plus, they really know how to promote a show, which something not too many channels, especially main channels, can't do these days. It may be lacking originality, but hey, who isn't? Also, Nicktoons, you need to put making feeds on at a time everyone is awake, not just on the weekends at 7 and 7:30 in the morning. Making feeds is awesome! And once again, this has been the Matrix 176 ranting on Nicktoons. My next rant will be on Teen Nick, so stay tuned for that.
Alright, so this is my natural voice. Now, I don't think I'll be using a text-to-speech program anymore because I'm just not figuring out that Movie Maker lets you to record your own voice. So this is kind of last minute. I know I said in my first video that I was going to only use a text-to-speech program, but I changed my mind. So what do you know?